Bird Stamper. I'm just checking my volume. It's so good to see you. Happy Monday. My name is Jackie Vandersar Boot, and I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and the Netherlands. I'm in the Netherlands right now, and it is a whopping 32 degrees. And you might be thinking, if you live in the southern states or even in Ontario, you're thinking 32 degrees, big deal. Well, just remember that here in the Netherlands, very few people have central air, no air conditioning. So that does change the game quite a lot. The sweat is trickling down my neck. I have a fan on me. Well, it was still 4 o'clock when I went on, but it was already 4 o'clock. I have some ice water. And I have a wonderful card for you. So I hope that you join in on the sketch challenge. How are you enjoying them? Let's take a look. We are going to be using the Friends for Life stamp set. This is still from something else. I always have cute little things left on my desk from stamp sets, and then I sometimes forget where they're from. Here's a cute little die, and the thing is, sometimes those little elements end up on my cards. This is the Full of Life paper, and it is beautiful. I still have not played with this enough. I did make 2 cards today, one for my YouTube channel platform members. You can become a member as well for exclusive videos, for PDF tutorials. It's a lot of fun. And then, yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. I also use this week to make another card for something else. But today we are using the sketch, and I'm going to see, I don't know if I can, I'm going to try to share my screen, okay? I'm going to go on to Facebook, and let's see if I can go away from my live. I don't think I can. So then I can't show you the sketch. Well, let's see. Maybe I can. I'm going to minimize. You guys are going to be absolutely horrified at what my screen looks like. But here, where is it now? Here we go. Make it big. And let's make it bigger, and you won't see all the stuff. So that is the sketch that we're going to use. Okay? So take a good look at it. It's also on my page. And now we're going to go back to here. All right. So this is the stamp set. I've decided to use a black card base. I've cut a white insert for it. And then I cut this paper down. And I love this paper. Look how pretty it is. Okay, and I thought, I had a couple of ideas, and I'm not going, you know, when you have ideas, they don't always work. I thought I would put 2 strips along the side. But when I did that, I thought that the paper didn't come out as well anymore. Let's just see. Okay, I'm just going to lay it out so you guys can see where my head was going. Then I was going to emboss my thinking of you on here, but see how that those smudges under the T and under the H? If I would emboss that, that's Versamark, and I would just get a big white smudge there. So I was pressing too hard. So you have to be careful when you do that. But because that went wrong, I did it on the pattern paper instead. So now I have this thinking of you. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. I'm going to get rid of these because I really love the contrast. And then to give those striped images that we were having on either side, I'm going to use glimmer paper. I just want to give this a bit of a press. See how that now the card falls flat? So this is going to get, we're going to adhere this first, okay? Both sides of this paper are beautiful. Honestly, this paper is stunning, and I believe it's 15% off. All our paper in the annual catalog is 15% off for the month of August. That just came to me now, but you know what? And 15% isn't a whole lot. I'll give you that. But you're also not paying tax and shipping on that 15%, so it really does add up. This is going to go down, and there's a little bit of an edge, and you know what? I don't like that edge anymore, so I'm going to share a little trick with you. This is what I do sometimes. Nobody outside of the card world measures your card to make sure that it's exactly standard card size shape. So when you make a boo-boo, or if you want to change something, just trim off the bottom. No one's going to know. I just have to grab my paper trimmer. And it's just so much easier doing that instead of starting all over with a new card. So we're just going to trim that little millimeter off. I should actually do it off of both sides, but I'm just going to do it off of one. It's so little, it's not going to affect anything. There we go. See, now it's even with the bottom. There we go. We'll move that out of the way. And then I'm going to use these strips. See how pretty that is? That is our glimmer paper. And now it should go top to bottom, but let's see. If it doesn't, I'm just going to cut a new strip. Let's have a look. I cut it originally at 5 3/8, and I want it to go the full length of the card, and it doesn't quite. That's okay, because now I'm going to show you a tip for cutting your glimmer paper. Okay, I just want to go back to Facebook to see if you guys are talking to me or not. I know some of the other demonstrators have a person who takes care of their Facebook and they take care of their YouTube and they have great internet. I don't have those things, so we're making do. Let me grab my glimmer paper. Okay. I forget, I will put in the comments later where this glimmer paper comes from. It's a set of 3. I think it Summer Splash. I think it has Berry Burst or Petunia Pop. I think, you know what? I do know now. This is the In Color glimmer paper. When you are cutting glimmer paper, it's super important that you turn it around. Turn it upside down because that's easier on your blades. I'm just going to cut a little strip, maybe not even 1/4 of an inch. Okay? And you know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to measure. I'm going to trim it off afterwards. Let's move this. I'm getting quite a stack on the other side of my desk. A real tower, leaning tower of Pisa. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a thin line of adhesive right along here. And then I'm going to press the paper right on there. Everything is sticking to me. It's a humid, sweaty mess today, people. I feel sorry. The girls from the Tour de France are starting in the Netherlands today. They sometimes, well, they know that. They're racing in the summertime. Of course it's going to be hot. So now I'm just going to flip the card around and cut it off. Now don't look. I'm using my ribbon scissors to cut paper. Don't tell anyone. Okay. But look how nice that just pops everything up. It just looks beautiful. Now we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Hello, Ali. Nice to have you here. Ali is a Dutch demonstrator from the province of Zeeland, one island over from where my dad grew up. Just a beautiful area. Okay, and Ali has a couple of beautiful dogs. There we go. So all the way down. And now I'm going to turn it around and cut that little piece off, okay? And then we're going to start playing with our circles. Okay, so here we are. It's looking good, isn't it? The other thing you could do with this sketch is you could cut these off and then have pattern paper underneath. I will see if I can show you a card. I'll see if I remember. For the circles, I used the Stylish Shapes dies. And I also use the 1 3/8 inch circle punch. It's on the desk and I just don't want to get up again. Okay. Oh dear. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Perfect. We're going to put this one on a melon mambo circle. See, it's picking up the colors in the pattern paper. So we'll glue that one together. And then I have a vellum circle and I have a pattern paper circle. And then you're supposed to have 4 circles. There are 4 circles in the sketch. So I'm hoping the 4th one didn't blow away. There, but I love the embossing on the pattern paper. Don't you think it's pretty? It's really, really nice. This paper is beautiful. So I think I'm going to pop this one up. And my trick when I'm not sure what I'm going to do with my design is to just put my poppers in the middle, and that way I can tuck things under or over. And I have this is Murphy's Law, that whenever I'm doing a video, the only dimensionals that are at hand are the ones that are little. And of course, I want my big dimensionals, and they are never anywhere to be found. Aha, no, I thought I got lucky. I must have 4 sheets of these, you know. They do come in handy when you are making little things, but when you do big things, it's really nice to have the big ones. But you know what? This will do. Better than nothing. And my friend Natalie, she puts the poker in these things and then picks them up, and she does it very efficiently. Maybe I need more practice there. She says it works for her hands. She's got like arthritis in her hands, but I end up taking the whole popper off. Yeah, it doesn't work for me, but it works really well for her. It's probably because I'm not patient. Gerard is listening. He's laughing right now. Latest escapade that I did, we had a family reunion, and the fridge isn't big enough to hold enough beer for 30 Dutchmen. So I had to fill up a bucket, like a big tub, with water. And of course, I didn't have the patience to wait for it to fill up. So I walked away and cut up cheese. Well, there was a big flood in the garage. Yeah, it was not. And then I was panicking, and it just made up for so much work that I didn't save myself any time by walking away. And whether I will learn from that situation, it's highly doubtful. That's the sad thing. Okay. So the sketch has this circle up above and this one underneath. So maybe I will stick with that. And then for the fourth circle, I'm doing a vellum one. You see how I can put this? I used vellum because I didn't want to cover up any more of that beautiful paper. So I'm just going to turn this around and add a little bit of adhesive here. See, that's not much, but it's just paper. I guess I could put a dimensional on this side. Let's do that. And you know what I'm going to do? Oh, I got a little piece. All right, I'll do that. So I'll take the little backings off. And here, I've got to remember where the adhesive is. It's here. So there. And now this one is going to get tucked under. So we just have a little bit of glimmer coming, and it will tie in with the glimmer on the sides. Here. There. I thought the circles was a perfect timing with the Olympics. Now with vellum, same thing. You don't want to put adhesive everywhere because you're going to see it through the vellum, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of adhesive on the part that's going underneath the circle. And the rest will stay. It's not heavy. There. And now we're just going to slide. See, you can see how that shows. That would be really ugly. And it will, when it dries, it still shows, even though it dries clear. So we're just going to lay this really carefully underneath. And I want it to be a little smaller, but not so small that it looks like a Mickey Mouse ear. There. So that's the front of the card. I think it looks pretty cool for the sketch challenge. And what I want to do, just to add a little diversion to that vellum circle, these are really pretty gems. And they look like they're a solid white, but they're not. They are sparkly. So that's kind of cool. And I'm just going to put one on like so. Just add a little bit of bling. And then maybe one down here. There. And now for the inside. So we have some bling on our card. I think it looks really lovely. We're going to open this up. Put the piece of white inside. Now it might, oh, actually, you know what? That looks pretty good. And do we have a little piece of, I was hoping, yeah, just a minute. Hold on. Here. I want to tie it in with this pretty paper. So I want to put this along the bottom. And when you cut this up, I'm tempted to always use it as a full thing because the white edge around it is bigger than the white in between. But what you want to do, I think this is 4 inches. Let me see. Yeah, that's 4 inches. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit. And now let's see if it works. 4 inches. It doesn't, so I'm going to go into the color so I don't have a white edge on either side. Because I don't want one side to have a white edge and the other side not, because then it looks silly. There, so I've cut off the white edge. And I kind of, oh, see now, this is crazy. I have this when I pick out flowers. I can stand there for a long time to debate which colors I like the most. What do I want to cut off? Okay, I kind of like those. Okay, stop, 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 Jackie. There, it's paper. Here we go. Let's have a look. Do you guys have that dilemma too? Now look, this is going to go along the bottom. It's a bit big, isn't it? You know what? I like it. and it's not perfect. So we're going to fix it. My paper trimmer, the trough needs to be cleaned. I do not need a new blade, but you can see that the edges are a little frayed. That just means you've got a lot of dust in the trough of your paper trimmer, okay? A lot of little bits, especially when you cut pattern paper. So don't throw out your blade too quickly. See, and the other thing with pattern paper is, there, I'm just sliding. See, this is the benefit of using a liquid adhesive. I am not going to use my paper trimmer. Oh goodness, my poor, oh wait. There, I found my other scissors. Here, we're just going to trim this off. There. And now we can put this on. And I forget what I said on the outside. I said thinking of you. That's right. So thinking of you cards are always good. There we go. Take the party inside. All right. Well, it must be a hot summer day everywhere. And you know what? I can see a little bit of an edge underneath. So I do have to trim off the back of my card too. There we go. We're going to do that. Just a little bit. But that will give me something to show you. There. Take a look. I'm going to, well, I'm not going to zoom in, but look, if you take your pokey tool and you go down here. Now, I can't get it out right now, but I want to show you. Take a look. You see all that stuff? That came out of the trough, and that's what's giving me a rough cut. So take your blow dryer to it and just blow it out a little bit. Okay, so it's important to do maintenance on your paper trimmer. Okay, most things do need maintenance. We need maintenance too, don't we? Okay, guys, I think that's a wrap. I will pin it to the top of my Facebook section, the featured section. So that's where you can post your cards too. I think that, well, I don't think, I know. I am out of international stamps. So I am no longer going to be sending Happy Mail for people who participate, but I am sending Happy Mail to the person that you nominate to receive this card. I just need to know why. And then if, in case I get more than one nomination, I have to choose, okay? So thank you so much for participating in Cheer Corner. And remember, together we can change the world one card at a time. And we're going to be doing that at St. Jacobs as well. So there's about not quite 2 weeks left to register for this amazing retreat. St. Jacobs is a quaint little town in southwestern Ontario in the heart of Mennonite country. And our hotel is right across the road from the St.